Hello everybody, and welcome back to Season 41 of the Pichu London Cup Series. Today we're at Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 500. As we continue here in round 3 of the Season 41 playoffs, on the pole will be the 12 of Chris Leone. On the outside will be the number 96 of Coda Butcher. Row 2 has the 1 of Ryan Durrani and the 88 of Robert Smith. And then there's row 3 with Nathan Ormond and Daniel Bouchard, who won last week at North Wilkesboro to lock himself into the Championship 4 at Zenjoltis. And Maxwell Smart and Sharon Evans ran out the field of playoff drivers here in today's race. Wyatt Quayle makes his final start of the season here today at Texas, and Deshaun Watson as well. They'll make their final starts of the season here today at Texas Motor Speedway. And those are the rest of the drivers all starting here today, all just trying to win a race here to end the season. They're not in the championship fight, but they're all just trying to win a race trying to win a race here at Texas just to end their season out on top. But here we go, folks. It's going to be a 32-lap race here at Texas Motor Speedway. Next week is going to be Talladega, and that'll be deciding who will be in the Championship 4 at Zenjoltis, along with Daniel Bouchard. Bouchard won last week at North Wilkesboro, so he's the first of the 4 drivers to make it to the Championship 4, but will we see another driver lock his or her spot into the 4? And here we go to the green flag. We're underway at Texas Motor Speedway. Chris Leone off to a good start early on, and the 12 car pulls away to the lead already. Ryan Durrani, though, right behind him in second place. Could be a big impactful day for many of these playoff drivers today, all trying to make it to the Championship 4, along with Daniel Bouchard. And there you see top 4 drivers are all in the playoffs. Top 5, I should say, or top 6, I should say, all in the playoffs. Robert Smith makes it to 5th. He makes the pass on Coda Butcher in 5th spot. And now Chris Leone trying to pull away with the lead here. As you see Cassie Reynolds, she's working her way up, trying to get herself into the top 5 and trying to pass the 96 Coda Butcher. Who has a better run off the exit here in turn 4, as we see a battle as well between the 10 of Sharona Evans and the number 9 of Nathan Ormond, and that is for 3rd spot, and Evans is going to take 3rd spot away. And looks like Robert Smith is also trying to get into the top 5, as he's going to pass his teammate for the 4th spot. Could be some big points going all around with these drivers in the top 5. We only saw 3 playoff drivers, I believe, in the top 10. Yeah, believe it or not, only 3 playoff drivers finished in the top 10 at North Wilkesboro last week. Now, these drivers are all trying to catch up with the pack and trying to earn some big points to, in hopes of making it to the next round. There you see Deshaun Watson in the top 10 and Wyatt Quayle. They're both making their last starts of the season here at Texas. 36 and 50. The 50 is expected to return next season as a full-time entry. The 50 car from the Money team will be running a full schedule next season, the PLCS. And they'll have a new full-time driver likely to run that 50 car for the entire season next year. No word of Wyatt Quayle will be back in that 50, or will there be another driver in the 50 car? That's still up in the air. And it could be the last we see of the 36 team for Front Row, as Front Row might focus on only the 34 and 38 cars next season. But this could be this is probably the last we'll see of that 36 car in action. And I didn't mention in North Wilkesboro, but the 52 and 54 run under Wickware Racing. The 52 will be back next season as a full-time entry. But it will be having a new driver, a new full-time entry driver in that 52 next season. And the 54, it will not be back next season. It may come back as a part-time entry or a couple races one-offs. But the 54 is not expected to really be back next season. And they're still thinking about whether they'll continue with that 54. We do know that the 27 number that's currently driven by Avi Sachs, that car will not be back next season for Wickware Racing. The 15 will be back under Wickware Racing's name, and so will the 51 and 53, and 52 will go from a part-time entry back to a full-time entry next season. But the 27, though, will not be back, and it might also be a part-time entry. I heard that Team Penske might have something to do with the 27 moving to part-time, but we will have to wait and see if their plans are confirmed, whether they'll take the 27 or not. Chris Leone still leading the race. Sharona Evans, though, just moved up to second, and now she's closing in on Chris Leone. This could be a battle for the lead right here. And other playoff drivers, Robert Smith in third and Ryan Durante in fourth. And here comes Evans for the lead. Can she make the move? Can she make the pass on Chris Leone for the lead? And she's going to do it. And there she goes. The 10 car in the lead over Chris Leone. Sharona Evans trying to make her way into the championship 4. And Robert Smith, Ryan Durante also trying to catch the pack. Can Robert Smith make the pass on Leone? And can Ryan Durante follow him from the back? Evans clears. Now she's pulling away, trying to get into the championship 4. Meanwhile, 5th spot, Coda Butcher is up to the 5th position right now. One of the 3 drivers that finished in the top 10 last race. And now could be earning even more points to get himself into the next round. Look at this, the battle of the part-timers. How about that? 6th and 7th between Deshaun Watson and Wyatt Quayle. All former Quayle, a former champion as well. I thought I mentioned Wyatt Quayle's a former Cup champion, competing in a part-time schedule, and this is his final race of the season along with Deshaun Watson. And there you see Robert Smith just took 2nd place away, and now he's going to try to catch up to Sharona Evans. This is 4 to move on to the championship 4. Deshaun Watson, Quayle 6 and 7. The battle for 8th, Giovanni Castillo, Dmitry Baranovsky. Nathan Ormond, though, has struggled a little bit. He's below the top 10, almost below the top 10, and he hasn't really been able to find his speed. And Nathan Ormond really needs the points to make it to the championship 4, and he's not doing so great so far. He's trying to make an impact here in the second half of this race. It looks like we're going to be clean. We might have one or two we might not have a single caution here today at Texas. That could be good news for the drivers in the playoffs, all trying to hope for a clean race, because they know Talladega will be insane next week. And that's going to be for the championship 4. The fight for the championship 4 is going to be really turning up the heat next week at Talladega. So it's going to be a fun one to see. That intense race at Talladega, that fight for the championship. There you see other cars are going by the number 9. That 9 car has just not been able to find the speed today. He looks like he might be out of the top 10 with that pass on Rufus Langerick. Langerick, though, he was a playoff driver and then was eliminated. He had 2 wins this season, his rookie season, and The future looks bright for Rufus Langerick. He's one of the rising stars here in the PLCS, making the playoffs though, and so we might see Langerick back next season. He might be in another ride. A lot of these drivers will definitely be in different rides next season. We might see some new rookies also next season, all trying to make a name for themselves here in the PLCS. A lot of shuffling going around. I'm sure there will be a lot of shuffling next season in the PLCS in Season 42. A lot of new cars, a lot of new teams, a lot of new drivers even. So, and we just saw Ryan Durante just took second place from Robert Smith, and now Smith is dropping back. And now we see a battle for third as Coda Butcher and Chris Leone trying to get by in the third spot. Leone gets that third spot. And here comes Deshaun Watson. How about him? Trying to get in the top 5. Deshaun Watson, the 36 car. Wow, what an impressive run they're having. So is Wyatt Quayle, also having a very good run in the top 5. They're both trying to come from behind and win this thing. Daniel Bouchard, we already talked about him. He is in he won at North Wilkesboro to get into the championship 4, so he's not too worried about his finish in the next couple races. But we see some drivers on pit road. Whoa, Coda Butcher just went through, and now the 37 goes around. Oh, there's craziness in pit road. You just saw the 96 hit that cone there. I don't even know if that's legal. That yellow's going to come out. Wow, that's amazing. That is incredible. That's insane. What an insane halfway point race. Oh, wow. That's just incredible. Now who's going to come off first pit road? Looks like Dmitry Baranovsky's out first, and Coda Butcher going to follow behind him. Oh my gosh. What kind of race is this? So those drivers that stayed out, they might have a bit of an advantage. Sharona Evans is ruled as the leader. Is she coming to pit road on this period? She will have to come to pit road in this period. Dmitry Baranovsky stays out, and Garrett Albertson stays out. Oh, they're all lapped. Uh-oh. This might not be good. Uh-oh. All those cars are pitting now. Oh boy, this is going to be confusing. And now Matt Gomes is real slow down. And the leader is going to be... I don't even know who the leader is. Oh boy. Now it's going to be a confusing pit stall. Thanks to the cautions that were brought in here today. Yeah, it's going to be confusing here in the final laps. Oh, wow. I didn't even expect this to happen. Coming to 9 laps to go. We're back to the green. They're going to rule Sharona Evans as the race leader. Sharona leads. She might be the lucky one who stayed out earlier and got to that lead and is able to take that lead right now. Deshaun Watson is currently ruled in second place. Garrett Albertson's currently in third place. So this might be a race that the underdogs could be winning here today. Aline is going by the 36, and that's a lap car, not a factor in this race. So with all that confusing mess in the pit road, that's going to set up a different race. Sharona Evans, though, good news for her. She's in the lead. Trying to lock herself into the championship 4. Garrett Albertson just made the pass for second, and third place is very far. I don't even know who's third now. It looks like this is for third. This is second, and it looks like that's going to put Deshaun Watson in third place. So this is the battle for second here behind Sharona Evans with 7 laps to go. This has turned into a mess when pit stops began. It became a complete mess. And now the 22 is caught up to second place. Garrett Albertson running second. Daniel Bouchard is in the 4th spot. Or now Nikki Maxwell is going to move up to 4th. So Nikki Maxwell moves up to the 4th spot now. And she won at Kansas a couple races ago, and now looking to get another victory here today. It's going to really mess up the lap cars, especially the playoff drivers. Ryan Durani's about to get lapped. That's something he didn't expect. He thought he was going to be able to hold on the top 10, but with all this mess that has happened here in this race, Durani's now a lap down and might have lost some key points there. And I'm sure a lot of controversy here with Chris Leone having to lead most of the day, now being lapped. I'm sure Leone won't be happy with how the officials handle this race. A lot of the playoff drivers will probably be unhappy of how this race was handled during the caution period. Sharona Evans, though, she's in the lead. If she hangs on, she's into the next round. But Garrett Albertson's gaining up on the 10. And Albertson's just looking to get a win. And here he comes for the lead. Can Garrett Albertson get the lead away from Evans? And Garrett Albertson, he might be able to do it. And he's going to do it. He's got him. Got her. 4 laps to go. Garrett Albertson in the lead. Insane. Garrett Albertson's in the lead. And all the lap cars behind. Here comes Maxwell. Can she gain up on second or third? Trying to gain up on the lap traffic. Sharona Evans trying to fight back into the lead. Garrett Albertson just trying to get through this lap traffic with 3 laps to go. What a surprising race it has been here at Texas. My goodness. Sharona Evans hoping for a miracle at this point. And the lap cars are put her out of contention for now. But Garrett Albertson out in front with 2 to go. The 22 trying to win here today at Texas. Trying to get his first career win, and it would be surprising for Albertson, but he would do it at Texas. 2 to go. Maxwell just took third. She might have a chance for second over Evans. That could be big points there. Oh, they're far away, so I don't think that 77 is going to catch up to the 10. As we're coming to the white flag with 1 lap to go at Texas, Garrett Albertson, can he hold on for the win? Here comes the white flag with 1 lap remaining. What a surprise. Garrett Albertson came out of nowhere. Now he's just a half a lap away from his first win in the PLCS. Bet he didn't expect to win like this, but man, it would be huge for the team for him to get that victory. Here he comes off the final corner, and Garrett Albertson, he's going to take the Auto Trader 4 to victory in the Auto Trader Echo Park 500 at Texas Motor Speedway. What a race. What a messy race, but we had a surprising winner out of it. Garrett Albertson has just won his first career PLCS victory at Texas. What a moment for him. What a moment for the 22 team. Getting that win here today in lap traffic. That is just insane. So here's how the rest of the field finished. Sharona Evans was the highest playoff driver in second. And Daniel Bouchard finished in the 7th position among playoff drivers. Maxwell Smart was 14th. Chris Leone, 21st. Coda Butcher was 26th. And Ryan Durani, 32nd. Robert Smith, 33rd. And Nathan Oromon finished in 40th. An unexpected, surprising result here in the PLCS here in Texas. A lot of playoff drivers were lap down. Some of them were lucky enough to stay on the lead lap. But man, a lot of points going back and forth here at Texas. It's going to set up for a very exciting race at Talladega next week, where a lot is going to be on the line here. So there's going to be a lot of competitors all competing for the final 3 spots into the Championship 4 at Zenjoltis. So Talladega next weekend is going to be so much fun. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed what was a sort of a messy, unusual, bizarre race at Texas, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. And we will see you all next week at Talladega, where the Championship 4 will be revealed, and it's going to be a very exciting race down to the wire. So until then, we will see you later.